How are you? It's your girl, your family member, your sis. Hi, queens and kings. It's Carla, of course. Welcome back to another episode of Iyanla Fix My Life, Season 7, Episode 3, The Mask We Wear. So this episode wasn't really deep, heavy, or anything like that. So of course I'm gonna go pretty fast, okay? Because it wasn't no really good juicy stuff to it. But you guys, we're discussing the comedian Luenell. I don't know if you guys know her, but she toured a lot with Cat Williams when Cat Williams was really heavy touring and had his show. I don't know what happened to Cat Williams, but yeah, we all love Cat Williams back in the day, and Luenell was touring with him. She's based out of California, of course, and she has a daughter named Danelle. And Danelle can remember as a little child feeling abandoned and feeling like she doesn't know her mother because her mother, of course, worked a lot. And to be honest, Luenell, in talking with her, she really doesn't, know herself because she was abandoned as well. So we're just gonna do a little unpacking, and y'all stay with me. So you guys, Danelle, beautiful woman. She is a dancer, loves the arts and all that. She really doesn't connect well with her mother. And like I said, her mother is a comedian. She's working, and since she was a little girl, she's always felt abandoned. So a lot of us, and I realize that in my own life and just in other friends' lives, like, all of us have a story of abandonment. Like, whether you come from a divorced household, or your mother or father, or a parent, or a guardian just upped and left you with no understanding, or you heard bits and pieces, because that's a problem too. Some of us don't even know the full story of why our parents left, or or why this person just couldn't handle it or deal with it. So this is a story that it rings true in a lot of homes, not just my household, but a lot of homes. Okay, so this little girl, I felt for her because she said she remembers as a little girl, like, helping her mother pack, and her mother would leave, like, she would come in on a Monday, pack on Tuesday, by Wednesday she back up out the door because she got a show, Friday and Saturday type of thing. So she said she remembers just holding on to her mother, almost like begging her not to leave. And her mother was like, I gotta get this money. I gotta make these ends meet. So she left her with her dad and her grandmother. And it's really sad because she really doesn't know her mother. She just doesn't. And when she is, when she tries to talk to her mother, Luenell, or when she tries to, confront her about issues from the past, she said Luenell comes out, she's like a bitch. She's raging. She's like, y'all don't understand. And, Iyanla had to tell her, like, boo-boo, it's not personal. That's guilt. It's not personal. And she made me think on a personal, like, level. When you come at your parents about something that has hurt you in your past, or something that, you're still, even in your adulthood, you might not quite be over. And then you come to them, and you might be coming to them so humble, so like, help me understand. And they kind of like lash out, attack you, or it's like they're blaming you, it's like, well, or pointing a finger like, well, wait till you have kids, or wait till this happens to you, you'll see what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And that's what Luenell is doing to her. And she feels like at some point she just doesn't want to deal with her, talk to her, because it's like, why? All you're gonna do is get mad and leave, and then I won't see you again for another couple weeks to a month or whatever, or you just want me to get over it. So I totally get it. And she told Iyanla, even now in her adulthood, when her mother asks her to help her pack, she hates it because it's like she's packing up. It's like being a child all over again. She's packing up to help her leave, to help her abandon her. And I was like, oh my God, like, I felt that. I absolutely felt that. And I was like, yeah. And her mother doesn't understand her either, unfortunately. So Iyanla's like, you know what? You need to have a conversation with your mother. And I give you permission to say what the hell you got to say, basically. Okay, so Luenell upstairs throwing a damn fit. She having a damn tantrum. Why is it taking so long? Heavy ass eyelashes. Why is it I said, who tripled her eyelashes? Damn, like, she can't even, her eyes never was like this. Her eyes was never like that. She was like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Take off them heavy ass eyelashes. But anyway, she was like just acting raging, acting a fool, talking about she want to break shit because she tired of waiting. And y'all had to let her know, like, look, it's a process. We're working. You know, you don't get to just come up in here and talk and do what you want to do. Like, I'm talking to your daughter. It's a process. We're trying to work through things. You need to be patient. So sit your ass down and shut the hell up. I was with her. Like, be an adult. Damn. Like, I know you used to get in your way, but this ain't the road. This real life. In real life, we got to sit down. We got to wait until it's our turn to talk. Okay? You and Shay, y'all got that shit bad. Okay, so Luenell finally sits and she talks with Iyanla, and she explains her childhood. So Luenell also was abandoned by her family, her father and all that, and she was made to live with relatives, and she doesn't feel like anyone sees her. And she's like, you know what they see? They don't see me. They see work. They see an actress. They see a person who is being funny, and they see a job. And Iyanla was like, no, I see you. I see a woman who puts on that mask, who is funny for a living, because the shit she going through is sad. No one knows you because you haven't allowed them to know you. And I was like, basically, yeah, like when you go on those, when you perform, just like your daughter, when you guys are performing, you put on that mask. So for her, every damn thing is funny. But when the shit ain't funny, she can just hit it. She can just go ahead and hit it with her in her life and leave everybody else to pick up the pieces, basically. So, something so profound that Iyanla told her, and I wrote it in my notes, was, she said, how could you make her feel important if you don't know how important you are? Or basically, how can you make her feel important if you don't know how to feel important? Like, how can you can't give from an empty well. You just can't. And I was like, that's so true. And you guys, I mean, it's so true in our lives. And please, y'all could drop down in the comment sections and let me know if there's ever a time where you've given when you ain't have shit to give, when you didn't recognize how strong you were because you were so busy giving your last to people. Please, I would love to hear from you guys on giving from an empty well, because how can you? You're broken yourself. How can you feel important, if you're broken? You can't preach, womanhood and empowerment if you're broken. You know what I mean? I get that. And that would touch my spirit. I was like, yes, that's so true. How can you give if you have nothing to give? Like, that's like falsehood, basically. So Iyanla was telling her story about her being, molested, by her uncle. And she was saying her aunt, how her aunt didn't protect her, but she said, I had to let that go because I had to realize how she didn't know what to do with that. And it was like she didn't understand that. Luenell didn't understand that. She was like, no, you protect your child. Okay, but you didn't. So Iyanla was like, okay, but let's parallel that. Like, you didn't know how to protect her, so you just kept working and putting other things ahead of your child love and well-being. And all you knew how to do was bring home the money. You didn't know how to be there emotionally for her. She didn't. They come together, and basically Iyanla she wants them both to be heard. This, Danelle wants Luenell to know that when she left her in Oakland with her dad and moved to LA, she abandoned her. And yeah, she looked back, like not in that I never look back type of thing. She looked back, but it wasn't in a look back to make sure my emotional needs are met. It was like looking back to give money or clothes, shopping or visits. Like, so she had to be honest with her mother, and she had to let her know, like, I don't know you and you don't know me. And they both agreed, like, they don't know each other. Luenell has always had a mask up, and so has Danelle, her daughter. And the one thing that Luenell had to break, is like she had to break down and admit, it was the guilt she was carrying. And that guilt was eating her alive. And it was simply, I put my job and my personal happiness over you, which is simply abandonment. It is. And her daughter said, you're selfish. Like, she told her, you are selfish, you're angry, and and she was like, it's hard to love you sometimes. It really isn't. And Luenell had to sit in that. She had to sit in that, knowing that you put the bag before your daughter. And I don't know how many of us have parents or know somebody who has put that bag in front of they kids. Like, they like basically fuck them kids. Like, or shit, if y'all don't eat if I don't work. And they will basically work 2 shifts and have maybe, they come in the house when you sleep type of thing. Like a latchkey type of kid. Like, they come in the house when you sleep, and if you don't wake up in time, like, you gonna miss them, like, type of thing. Like, it's just sad. It is. And I could really relate to her, you guys. I really could. And it's just like, I mean, that was the general gist of the whole episode, is like the mask that we wear. And because, like Iyanla was saying, it's how you show up in the world. You showing up like a crazy ass person, and that's because you haven't removed those masks. You got to let certain people see who you are sometimes. We all wear a mask. We do. We all wear a mask. There's certain things we reveal, certain things we keep to ourselves. But is the question I guess I would ask you guys is, how do you want to be? How do you want to show up in the world? And I will put that in the comment section. The question I would like for you guys to answer is, how do you want to show up in the world? And how do you want people to see you in this world? Because it's so profound. And that's what I learned and got from this episode. So, you guys, thank you for listening. I know it wasn't much. It wasn't, but it was a lot to think about. Drop down in the comment section, please. Let me know if you enjoyed the episode, if you've watched it and you feel some type of indifference about what I'm saying. And I'm okay with that too, because we're human, and I might have missed something, and if I did, that's okay too. Just drop that in the comments and say, hey sis, hey, you forgot to talk about blah blah blah, and that's cool, and we'll talk about it in the comment section. I'm not that way. Yeah, put that in the comment section, you guys. Make sure you like this video. Please share it if you feel comfortable with doing that. And if you're new to this channel and never watched me before, watch some of my other videos as well. We're family. And please subscribe if you've been watching me for a while. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Okay. All right, so until next week, I love you guys. Thank you for rocking with me. We're almost to full monetization, so you guys keep sending people to the family. Just keep on, and I'll be here. I've been here. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving y'all. We got a lot to discuss. Until next week, see you guys soon. Bye.